So I'm not sure how reliable these leaks are, but there's actually two. The first one simply saying that Damon Lindelof's Star Wars film is actually the next Star Wars film, or I guess first Star Wars film in a long time, that's actually gonna go into production next year already, meaning that it's probably pretty far ahead in terms of planning, and it's not like all of the other Star Wars projects they've talked about, which is like in talks, in pre-planning stages or whatever, but this one seems to actually be happening, and it will probably be the first Star Wars film we will see in a long time. But while this news broke, Daniel RPK actually went out on his Patreon and confirmed a bunch of details about this movie. Keep in mind though that his track record have been a little bit off and on. He's been right on some things but also completely wrong on others, so take this with a grain of salt. But according to him, this new Damon Lindelof film is actually set in the sequel trilogy era, and there will also be some characters from the sequel trilogy who will appear in the movie. But there will also be a new set of leads. And lastly, it's gonna have a woman of color protagonist. And I'm not sure why they even thought that was important to have there, because to me, I really don't care what gender or color the protagonist is, as long as the character is well written. That's really all that matters to me, at least. But knowing how toxic the Star Wars community can be, we'll see what happens. But again, take all of this with a grain of salt. And personally, I would love to see some good sequel trilogy content, because that might actually flesh out that era the way that the Clone Wars did with the prequel trilogy, because there was a lot of stuff wrong with the sequel trilogy, period. But that doesn't mean that the entire era around that timeline is completely screwed up. It could definitely be good content within it, so we'll see if these rumors are true or not.